Ever put a load of laundry in the washing machine only to forget all about it and then discover it and then rewash that load only to forget all about it again? Yeah, I'm asking for a friend? Okay, that friend is me. This week was a total hot mess, so if you can relate to a week still going crazy no matter what type of preparation you put into it, then this is the laundry motivation video for you. In this video, I'm going to be washing and handling 4 loads of clothes, and while I do, I want to chat with you and give you some real life motivation for the laundry and just in general. So, prop up your phone or tablet or turn up your TV and clean it with me. So earlier this week, I had a very good conversation with a friend, and it prompted me to want to share this message with you all. I want to make sure I'm sharing real life messages to anyone who watches because, like I said at the beginning, sometimes we can plan our hearts out for the upcoming week and things may take a turn. That, coupled with the fact that laundry seems to be a hard task for so many, can make a person want to just give up and then start to feel inadequate. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually don't mind doing laundry, and I definitely don't mind motivating others to do theirs, but this week was just a mess. So let me be transparent about what was going on. As I have said before in other videos, I'm a homeschooling mother, but what I didn't share is that this was my first year doing this, being solely responsible for all of my daughter's education. I took on this task not only because of COVID and wanting to keep them home, but because I wanted to address some issues I had noticed in some of them when I had to help them do online schooling with their school district the last semester of last year. So I prayed about my decision and took over their schooling. Things were not easy all the time. I mean, yes, I do have a background in education. I was a teacher for 8 years before I came home full-time and have taught many grades and have a lot of teaching certifications. But it was something about being responsible for 4 different grade levels that really was a challenge. I had them on an online program for some of their schooling, and for the rest, I taught them myself. We were going well for a little while, but then in January, I became ill with the flu. I have an illness that makes it where I take a long time to get better once I'm sick. So needless to say, I was very sick for like 3.5 weeks. And it was so hard to get back in the swing of teaching, but I did. However, 2 weeks later, Winter Storm Uri hit us pretty hard. We were out of commission for like a week. By the time I really started back consistently teaching, the girls were so behind, like 7 weeks in school. So of course, I was very stressed. I talked to the girls and we all agreed to do double work to like catch up. Now let me stop here to share this. We were doing a more traditional method of school, like even though I was homeschooling them, kind of like where they're here, but it's like they're in school. So I knew it was a possibility that once things were safer at school, some or all of the girls would want to return, and I just wanted to make sure that they were able to be put back in school on level or above level if need be. I wanted them to feel like they always had a choice to be able to go back as long as I was okay with the conditions at school. So because of this, we had plenty of downtime and fun time, but they learned just like they would have if they were in school. Fast forward to last week, they finished their curriculum and I gave the standardized test to them just like as if they were in public school, mainly for my records to just kind of gauge how they would have done if they would have taken it along with the other children. On the math test, 2 did well and 1 made quite a few simple mistakes. The other did not take an actual math exam. She did my own homemade math test based off of some things, some resources that I did have that her school district does typically use. And she actually did well as well. I guess because I had already been carrying this load of emotional weight on me, I got pretty sad because the one who did make the mistakes normally used to pass all of their tests. And so I didn't feel like doing anything around the house. I started just blaming myself. Oh my gosh, like I messed her up and oh, what did I do and all of that. But then a few hours later, I was able to recover and I talked to this particular daughter. We went over her answers and she admitted that she did know what she messed up on, but I think during the school year sometimes she wouldn't ask me for help because she would see that I'm trying to help some of the other children, and I was like, no, but I would always help you. So it was like a whole thing, but she kept saying, oh yeah, I'm fine, and she did seem like she was fine. So anyway, so a couple of days later, they took the other 2 standardized tests that they would have gotten in reading and writing, and they did exceptionally well, all of them. Well, naturally, with all of this going on, I completely forgot about the load of clothes in the washing machine, and I wound up re-washing the same load like 3 times. I wanted to let you know this. Whether you are a homeschooling mom, working mom, single mom, or a married mom, sometimes things may be overwhelming and you may want to do absolutely nothing, and that is okay. Sometimes you have to step away from everything and really prioritize what is most important and give that your attention. A lot of the times that's going to be your children. That meal will still be there on the stove or be there in the refrigerator ready for you to get it ready. That work will still be there. Or in this case, that load of clothes, or 2 or 3, will still be there. You are still wonderful and will continue to be, even if you wind up sleeping on the pile of clothes that you didn't do for a night. The saying goes, a little laundry goes a long way. Doing some laundry is better than doing none. You could either do a little at a time or just knock it all out like I did. I basically cleared my schedule for a little bit to get this done, and I'm so glad I did. But if you don't get to do that because you were giving your kids a bath, or because you had dinner to do, or just because one particular day you just didn't feel like it, it's totally okay. Give yourself that woo-saw time and come back to it. But make sure to come back to it though, as clutter can lead to stress and even depression, and we don't want that to happen. Another tip you can do is to play something that you like, either through song or television when you fold, but set a timer to keep you accountable. Now, we were actually watching SpongeBob on television, and no, neither SpongeBob or Patrick sponsored this video. Since I didn't get the opportunity to do my real laundry routine this week, I'll still share it with you. We are a family of 6. I wash Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays so that I'm not doing clothes during the weekend. My daughters, I have 4 of them, all help with laundry. They each are responsible for their own clothes and towels, even though I or my older daughters will help the youngest daughter from time to time. Their towels and hangers are color-coded, and this has cut down on sorting time tremendously. 2 girls share one room and the other 2 share one. Each room has a hamper for their dirty clothes and a laundry mesh bag that stores their undergarments to keep them separated. This bag is hung on a hook inside of their closet. I just implemented this routine a few weeks ago, and it has been working well for us, minus last week, of course. Doing laundry this way has made the loads much more manageable, and the girls tend to not get annoyed with the laundry as much. I change the lint trap after every single load, and I typically sort by whites, towels, colors, and bedding. And then I usually wash the undergarments together with the colors. Last load, last load. It's real funny because at this point, the girls were kind of on like a little competition to try to see who could finish the quickest. So they were like rushing off to the room. So it was really cool. I really hope this video gave you the much needed motivation to get a load or two done, or just to tackle something much needed around your home. Please, if you haven't already, like this video, share this with someone who needs a motivating message, and consider subscribing and hit the notification bell to get all notifications so that you never miss a video. I do plan on doing a lot more of these laundry videos, especially when I have it more together, so make sure that you stay tuned. See you next time. Bye-bye.
I said that. He has travelled all the way to a far-off land known as Burbank.
This was ad-libbing to the SpongeBob song.
What do you mean?
She was like, I'm SpongeBob.
Was she serious?